Morning, welcome to Mr. Trader. Today is August 3rd, and let's start taking a look at the NASDAQ futures. What I'm doing is I haven't gotten the trade yet. Market is open, and it is they're doing a catch-22 here, what you got to watch out for. So I'm going to show you here what I'm looking at from the long time frame. 960 chart here. It's squeezing up. They said the market was supposed to go down on the news. They're saying expect a sell-off. So I'm quite hesitant when you got a 3-day big move here. I still think it's going to push down farther, but I'm waiting. And then at the 4-hour chart or the 8-hour chart is still squeezing up, and we got a couple of points of support and resistance. So I have those two set up waiting. Then I'm watching the 1-hour chart as well to see where the sweet spot is. I'm looking at this sweet spot right here. So I'm waiting for them to do a run up. This is the multi-swing indicator that I wrote a long time ago. So you can see where the support and resistance was on the first one, the breakdown on the second one. And you can see where all the volume is right in this little zone, this zone here. So I want them to squeeze up. If they've punched through, then we have to watch for the next level. There has been a lot of buying for the 3 days of selling, so they're saying, you know, there could be some profit targets happening. Right at the get-go, on the 5-second chart, you can see she's squeezing up here. At the 5-second chart, she just blasted right up for the first few seconds, came back down, second attempt here, and this is the sweet spot I'm looking at. There's some high volume areas, so I'm just watching, and we haven't broke down to the bottom of the range. So I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna watch price action, and then hopefully can get into a trade of a nice sell-off. So, and then the other day I was showing you about, you know, the areas of crossing over where to buy and sell. This one right here, even though it fired up because it's market open, I'm hesitant on this one is because usually what I do is I wait for this to cross over before the color change. This one crossed over after the color change. So it's kind of like a late reaction, but you know what? Because it's so volatile, past 3 days, I'm not sure about that indication. So what I'm going to be looking for, maybe around, hopefully if it works correctly, around 954 to see if the wave patterns work. Maybe we can get our sell-off here. But the major sell-off is around 1230, 1248. So they say on previous history. But you can tell we've got some resistance here. She tapped out once. Maybe she'll try it again twice. Deep retracement, third time. A lot of buying right now. But the candles are showing on the longer time frames to sell. So I'm just giving him the squeeze. Let him squeeze up. See if there's a reversal. My first probably trade opportunity is going to be right around here. If it does pop up here. Second trade opportunity I'll watch right about here. Because the slope is down. I don't think it's even touched. Or has it touched? Very close once. So I'm gonna take a look at maybe around 1450, 1460, because we're just getting right into the thick of the volume. And then what we'll do, let's just take a look. See where the volume point of control is. I know it's kind of ugly. Yeah, around 76. Yeah, another quarter. So they're going on the quarters again. Let's delete that. Let's give it some time. Just going to give it some time to work its way through. Other than that, we're just going to wait and see. But she's working its way, and even on a, it's crazy because on a is it 5-second? Yeah, on a 5-second chart, it's moving 20 points a minute. I mean 20 points every 5 seconds. So that's $400. That's $400 moves. So yeah, it's a little too rich on my blood for try to get into the right point for pinpointing trades. So as you can see, we're at the 400 level, and some sell-off at another quarter there, or on the quarters at the 100 level. And let's see if we can. We'll just wait and see. We'll look at 945 to see if a sell-off is starting to kick in. We'll start seeing some numbers here. What I can do now is we'll just bring this one over a little bit. You can see the grouping there. Does the big impulse move of 1,200 contracts first at the get-go, and But see, we're at 1430 is one sweet spot. And I did say on a longer time frame is about 1451, so we'll see. We'll see if this thing is going to be a bounce at the 30 level. The other interesting thing is it was, I think it's in Brazil. But some guy wanted me to write an indicator. Jose was talking to a guy. And there's something interesting on the 200 levels, and on the 30 level there can be a bounce on 30. So that's really interesting. So it is lining up. Now let's just keep on watching the support and resistance. Let's see if I have any other charts that I was testing. Is there anything here? Yeah, 1394, 14. Did I put a line there? Right there. Yeah, that's the area. So somewhere right here, there's a lot of volume. Right in that zone. That's your squeeze zone here, between here and here. So we'll find out. And let me see anything else. 950 is supposed to be sell off. We'll find out to 1050. So that could be our 1 hour sell off. I just don't like it because it's before the 10 o'clock. Let me see here. Just give it some time. 9:45. Just waiting for the right point to hopefully get into a nice position here. It's all pointing out somewhere right in the zone here. Alrighty, let's give it some time. Yeah, so when you're trading for when the market starts dropping quite aggressively, you're trying to get your waves with the gold and the yellow area, and we're kind of flat here. Even though it fired up, look at this, it didn't even move at all. It would have been nice if first thing in the morning if the white line would have been right up here somewhere, and then we can take a good sell off. So they're playing right now. It's just a buy and sell war, and we'll go from there. Let them grind, and you can see there's a lot of inconsistency here for buying and selling here. Look how it was just chattering right here with these five lines here. Other than that, we're just gonna wait till we're at 9:45 now. So let's see if there's an impulse move pushing up or down. And we can go from there because we're still floating at 15.4, and there hasn't been any aggressive impulse moves even on the 5-second chart. If you take a look at it, see she's ready for vibration to go down or up. We're just waiting. I love to see it to get in this zone here, this zone, or even the 60-70 zone here. If it does break here, then we can go to 94, no problem. From 40 to 94, that's a $800 move there. But I would like to see it just go a little bit farther up. What also we can do is, if you want to see what a 50% retracement is, predictor right there, but I'll make it a line 2 here. Let's just make it dash dot dot so we know where the 50% line is. Why didn't we go dash dot dot? Oh, it is there. It's right here. So this is where the halfway mark is of a pullback. So from the bottom of the range to go back up, that's 50% retracement. So 50 to 61. Somewhere, yeah. So we're right, 30 to 50, somewhere right in that area. And maybe we can do a continuation on. You know, we had a lot of sell energy overnight, and then with that buy spike, still buying, nothing really happening, just grinding away. We can go from there. Just watching the numbers fire up. There you go, another high volume spike. So what the yellow is, the reason why I like using, even though it says 2 minute here, the 2 minutes actually for here. No, for this bar. But the reason why I like 5 seconds, because it's sensitive enough on 5 seconds, and also gives you telltale signs that the way I set up the divulge and the EMAS or whatever it is. There we go. We're getting to that sweet spot. Now let's see what happens here. 947. Okay. See if we can get to that sweet spot. Let them see if they keep on crushing it until we can get to our 50% line. Because I did say, let's take a look here. Yeah, so they crushed it here. They're at these 2 points. Now this thing's curling nice. Maybe we can get to that zone. That's okay. How many do we have out there? Hmm. So what I'm watching right now is I'm watching the move. We had the high volume spike. Oh, we already hit the 50% mark, 5061.8. So it's not ready yet because we're at 949. Yeah, look at this big spike here. 22 points. So I'm going to hold off for now. Now let them grind. I'm watching the colors to see if they're still trying to buy in for a while, to get some of their trying to change the direction. 1427 to 5 for sell-off for 1473. It's all within this zone here. We'll just give it some time, because we haven't seen the numbers change yet. Do I have a 1 minute Hinkanashi? I want to just check something here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll create one new chart, just a blank chart, so we can just look at the volume clustering. Where's my new chart here? New chart. All I want to know, actually two things, just high volume bars, NQ, minute, go 1 for now, and then what we'll do is we'll set it, we don't need 15 days, we just need 1 day, and then yeah, they're still pushing up to our sweet spot. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go volcluster here. There we go. So market open price was here. Ironically enough, look at this. Of every minute we haven't had, this was our first kind of high volume, and then we're getting close. I like to see it at 60. I like to see somewhere right in this zone. So as you can see, we had all this movement since morning. Go figure. It's been grinding with a lot of volume, but not enough volume to give high numbers. So we had 204 contracts first thing in the morning, did snap up, snap down to 111 to the bottom. And if we look to the left, unbelievable. Look at that. There we go. So 14 right here. So this little region, there we go. So that would be our sweet spot if it does get to that area. That's the first sweet spot area. First sweet spot area, we said our target would have been up here. That's 15.5, but this is where I was thinking possible turnaround because there's some volume there. And we're getting close. There's another one a little bit lower at 1470. Where 70 is 230. So one right here as well. So let's create a little region here. Just somewhere right in that zone. See if we're lining up to anything. 60, 70, right on that line there. And we're good to go. I'll move that across. See if we get a high volume spike for liquidation. Perfect. For about 5 minutes, we'll just give it some time. $15,391. So right there would have been the bounce, the crossover. Give it some time. We should be wrapping up here if it does turn around. Just want to start seeing if there's any numbers. What I'm looking at right now, even on the 1 minute chart, see this? She's tightening up. Looks like she's tapping out. It's at the 50 marker. I'd love to see it at the I want to see it to go up 10 more points for sure. So let's see. Keep on pushing just a little bit more. And we haven't even had high volume yet. Interesting, we're above the VWAP now. All the fighting was at the VWAP. Yeah, we want to get to 460 here. Keep on grinding away here. Are we top of the hour yet? 3 more minutes to top of the hour. We're just tapping into the kind of that zone that where I'm thinking it could be a possibility of a nice move, unless it just keeps running all day. This thing's finally crossing up. We still got a little ways before the turnaround, so I just gotta wait. So it looks, if it doesn't hit this one, it will hit this one at 15,540. We'll wait. We're watching these numbers here. Haven't seen any sell numbers yet. Basically in 8 hours they retraced within that 8 hours the same amount of time. It's crazy. So if you look at it right now, that's 8 hours. So for within the 8 hour period, it's going to wrap up at in 2 minutes here. Look at that. Needs to get to 385. If it keeps on crossing over, then I know we have to go buy, but I still think we're just tapping out. It needs to continue to go down for a while. But this thing has to curl yet. This zone here. And we haven't had any high volume. It's crazy. It's with all that movement, we've had the high volume first thing in the morning, and look at this, nice and quiet. They're just buying and buying and buying before the sell-off. See, very little volume. The only high volume is right here, first thing in the morning. Almost touched the wick where I was thinking it was supposed to touch. That would have been my limit sell. The energies are wrong right now. We haven't crossed yet. Even here we haven't crossed. So we had a lot of energy here. This thing is just starting to cross over. We have to cross over here. And we're close. Well, here's the 10 o'clock close. So you're watching it snap, volume everywhere. Give it some time. See which direction they want to push. No big numbers yet. Also, even the 10 o'clock close, which is kind of funny, is there's no volume. 800 contracts. Look at that. Look at this. Nothing crazily high. I'd like to see this turn blue and stop, but let's see if we can get to 70. She's tapping right here at 60. There we go. A little bit higher volume. See, there's no volume. Unbelievable. No stop volume. This is 99 contracts right there, under 99. We've only had a couple of high numbers here. Let them keep on cruising up for a bit. They're not done yet. $15.11. Let me see here. Let's see what $15.11 is. $15.11 here. So we're probably going to $15.43. That's their turnaround time. Possibly. Just give it some time unless we see high volume. We are hitting resistance here a few times, so this might be our turn time. I'm not sure yet. But it moved from 51 100 points in half an hour, which isn't bad. I mean, there's our 212 sell. There we go. We got our telltale coming in. Okay, should we give it a shot? We'll just give it one more minute here. I don't like this because this thing's still moving up. But we'll have to see. But we had a 212 sell at 35. Actually, we did get our high volume number. Alrighty. Let's just see what I'm looking at right now. We did have a high volume bar here at 5,000 contracts, but we'll see what happens here because it wasn't a pin bar or anything. But we have a 261 here finally. Another high volume right here. Two high volume bars right here. This thing hasn't crossed over yet, so we have to wait. We had two blocks at 44 and 35, eh? So 44, push down, and 35, push down. So halfway done. It's a slow game today, guys. What's the time? 10:05. 10:15 is when we'll know for sure. It's usually a quarter after is when they start doing it. See, we're getting some more blocks here. So they're offloading. So they like it at the 33 level. So it looks like they bought it. They moved their stops up to here. If it taps it again. So the first time was at, well, there was 35, 33, 33. Good, we got a couple of blocks here at 261, 239. So this is kind of like a sweet spot where they're liquidating. Now we're getting some selling going on. We're still vibrating at the 33 level. So at 99 we can go down, that kind of sucks. 99 we can go down to that's a $700 move if it does go. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna go sell ask. It's not ready yet though, but we'll go for it.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Now we can go down to, I'm gonna go put a buy limit. Let me see here. Where did I say it? At 04?
Order submitted.
The reason why I'm choosing that is the frustrating thing is this is where the volume is at 95 here. So if I put it to, so I'm just above this one right here. So we can actually create, hopefully get to our target here. At 8-10 points there. Even if we get to $300-400 for the day, we're done. We have to be very patient on this run. That's our first impulse move pushing down. And where is the VWAP? Just in case I had a VWAP marker somewhere. Okay, we've got another high volume marker here. Let's see where VWAP is. Still playing in that sweet spot zone. There's no high volume there, so there's still more selling for a little bit. They'll push it down for a couple more minutes. Because technically this would have been an order block right here. And can we get 400? Should have closed it. That's okay. I'll give it to 400.
Order filled.
We're done for today. $420. So in conclusion, I know it took a half an hour. Maybe you still keep on cruising today. But the sweet spot was, like I said, right up this line, but we weren't sure because it did take quite a while, and we're not even set up for the turnaround time, so hopefully it'll go like this. And when this thing turns around, then we can do another sell-off again. And what's happening right now is the reason why I shut down. Where my target is right here where the 1195 is, so this is where all the volume action is. We're not sure. And if you're looking at candlestick patterns, that could be a pin bar. We don't know. This is a 8-hour chart, but we're hitting that high volume zone. So I'm just kind of get to our target where we think it would be turning around and go from there. So let's go right from square one. First thing in the morning, takes off like crazy. Boom. Waiting for, we're looking at 50% retracement, didn't go, we went down 61.8 retracement. Coming back, a lot of volume, and the news said it was supposed to be a sell-off, and I don't trust those big news guys. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. You just have to be very patient. And then I forgot to look at the 60-minute bar. See, we got a lot of congestion right here, so we're just basically getting right into all this congestion. So this is where our target was. And then we looked at the energy of the 16-hour, and then we looked at the energy of the 8-hour, and it was a pin bar basically. So we fired up. We waited till it get to those high volume zones, and then away we took off. And then when we looked at all the other mini charts, just to see how all the energies are going, I'm really curious if this thing would go up. See how we took the retracement really quickly, and now she's going to go up again. Maybe test here. It could go up to here. We don't know. We did see the telltale sign basically was right here, and right here, and right here for in the beginning, and it's getting at the time where it's, see, here's your 10 o'clock hour. 10 o'clock hour, 10:05. So you know they were going to do some selling, some resistance in this zone, so we could take the trade, go back to the high volume zone within a few minutes, let it go up, retest, and go from there. Until this thing starts turning around, we don't really have a pattern. And also, the other kind of ugliness is right here. On this chart here, I'm looking at this. Okay, here's all your order flow firing up like crazy. Then this is the self we took and we got her. But look at this, it's supposed to be choppy. And it actually kind of is following the choppiness right now. We are at support level 3. I thought maybe we were going to hit 4 today. And see, we hit that first line within that zone area, and then now we're trying to get to this zone. But see, it's supposed to be choppy till 1. So I'm not really... And it's playing. So other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at ABC123Trader. Just make sure you guys pinpoint your trades, trade safe, and you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.